a healthy eating contest and then hand out the Chipotle tickets to the winner.
And we'll be collecting it next week, so if you want to participate, bring it next week to the next meeting.
Yeah.
Victoria, mind if I move it?
Oh yeah, that's fine. Can I just give it to you now?
Yeah.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jose, for those who don't know me. So, as you know, we're going to do a little self-defense presentation. First question. In your name, or in your way of thinking, what is self-defense?
So you don't protect yourself in case the need arises.
Close. Anybody else?
Wrong.
No, you're in the right track. You're in the right track. Oh, that's time. Everybody stand up.
Oh, my bad.
Yes, sir.
So, is that closer?
What is self-defense, Victoria?
Self-defense is protecting yourself against harm.
Right track, but close. All right, Andrea?
Defending yourself?
Okay. Yeah, close. One more.
I was going to say the same thing.
Okay. Okay, well, let me just sum it up. Self-defense is the art of avoiding before it happens. For example, self-defense is not necessarily a fact that, a guy strong like Steve and comes at you and you flip him over and, laugh at his face. No, it's not that. Self-defense, it starts from the psychological aspect. The first battle that you always need to win is the psychological. A good example, can you come over here? Sure. Okay, you see a really big dude like that walking. The first thing that an attacker will look is intimidation. For example, if he were to slap you, take your purse or anything, the first thing he wants is to make that eye contact to make sure where he's standing at. Typically, it happens from the bigger person towards the smaller person, but it does not matter. The first battle that you need is like, if you see him coming over, why confront him? When you can always take the long side, let the situation pass, before it even became a conflict. Same type of the self-defense can be taught as, for example, if it's night, why would you walk through the dark hallway when there's a lot of post lights and you can walk with people? There's some stuff that you can avoid, there's others that you don't. When it becomes that, it already becomes a physical aspect. And even then, you can still defend yourself without actually touching the person. For example, let's just give you a clear example. Steven, put your hand on my shoulder. You see, like, he didn't expect me to try to bite his hand. It sounds stupid, but do you get scared? You see? It's awkward. That's the correct word. It's awkward. You don't expect it. It's something that the guy will be like, WTF, what the heck? That fraction of a moment is what's going to give you the outcome of the result of the conflict. That fraction of a moment, when the person's like, whoa, it will give you time either to run, slap and go, kick in between the legs and, laugh at it while running, or it will mean like a life or death situation if it was like a gunpoint or a knife, which, by the way, please don't get into that situation if you can avoid it. Now, thank you. My next question is, does gender and size matter?
Yes.
Why?
Because, if I don't know what I'm doing and some 6'3", 300-pound guy comes at me, but I'm helpless.
Not necessarily. What happened is, like, for example, for a bigger person to actually come at a smaller person, he has to level. You see, because, for example, don't be offended. If I were to attack Nadia, I will have to actually reach out to grab her. So I have to go from my center of comfort zone to get to her so I can pull her to mine. For example, Steven, come over here. Let's imagine like a small dude like Steven, and like big buff dude like me. If I were to pick up Steven and take him wherever, I had to actually pick him up and go. I'm already going outside of my comfort zone. All I have to do is redirect me somewhere else. Is anybody here familiarized with physics? The force of inertia, momentum? The same concept. I had to actually go toward his leg or something, and I cannot do two moves at the same time, which I will demonstrate later. So, not necessarily, depends on the situation. If you're going through a, pulling and pushing, yes, the guy will definitely pick you up and throw you to the trash can. But if it's a situation where you can redirect his energy towards another place, it does not matter. And you will see later. Thank you. Stay close, I might have to call you later. Now, which one's better? Brains or bronze?
Brains.
Why?
Because you can outsmart a stupid person. If they're big. I mean.
Voila.
I like the basis of judo, sort of like direct.
Yes. Every martial art known to man has the same principle, balance. You have to take advantage of your opponent when he's the weakest. When he is attacking you, by the way. Not to be a bully. So, brains. Because you don't necessarily need to actually get it in physical. You can actually, for example, the guy's coming, grab your book bag, start wheeling at him, or throw him while you run away to the other side. Or if you have a mag, just throw it to the side. I bet whatever. Throw a mag, the guy will not even care about you. Well, I wanna, how do you say, demonstrate the point so everybody get in pairs and get here in the middle. We're gonna practice physics. Yeah, good. Grab somebody. Doesn't matter the size. Just grab somebody. Doesn't matter. Size does not matter. Come on. Grab. Since you two are there, grab yourselves a pair. Yeah, let's try out.
Totally.
We don't need that much space. We're not gonna kick or fly or anything. Yeah, sure. I'll be your partner. Okay. The first thing you have to understand is the body can only do one move at a time. Either you push, you pull, you go to the right, or you go to the left. You cannot go left and right at the same time. Probably be something really nice. But that's not the point. Grab me. Okay. I want you to look at the structure of the arm when he starts squeezing. The exercise that we're about to perform is just move your opponent without moving yourself. Don't let me move you. Squeeze as hard as you can. You see, my hand is already tightening up the joint so I can barely open it. He's squeezing. Now, don't let me move you, okay? Thank you. Anybody else want to try it?
Go ahead, give it a shot, guys.
Good luck.
What am I doing?
Yeah, just squeeze me. If you want to squeeze me with both hands. If you want. Don't let me move you. Okay? You let legs flat stance, grab something, just don't let me move, okay?
Oh my god. Michael Jackson should have been there.
Yeah. Anybody else? You try. Me? Yeah.
Alright.
Squeeze me as hard as you can.
Alright.
You ready? Ready?
Yes.
Okay, grab your pairs. We're gonna do 10 seconds one person, 10 seconds the other. The first person will grab and squeeze as hard as they can. Just remember, the trick is once the person starts making resistance to that side, change the direction. When the person makes the resistance to the other side, always change the direction. Don't stay in the same place. Push, pull, up, down, circle, circle, other side.
So the goal is to
Move it.
To move him.
Yes.
Okay, now I understand.
Doesn't matter how you move it, just move it.
Yeah.
Go. Start moving. Go on. Switch.
So like, literally, like I got off the bike and I was like,
Instead of pull, you're gonna push. Just like push.
Push.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
You see?
Okay.
get
I'm
off.
going this way. Uh-huh.
Okay.
You see, you're not gonna make resistance. You're gonna go with it. You're gonna redirect me.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Now switch, because now we're not gonna move people, please. Come on, switch.
Just wait.
Switch people? Yes. No. Or you can switch people to just if you were grabbing, now you're gonna be grabbing.
Almost dead now.
Oh, wait.
Remember, don't listen. If I'm pushing, you pull. You see?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, switch people. Now we're gonna do another thing.
Come on, rotate.
Rotate. Just grab a random person. Doesn't matter what size is in there. Just grab it.
Something else.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Call it from here.
Oh.
Called you up.
Call you just got called. Okay. Now, the principle of biomechanics. All the movement of the arm starts from the shoulder. For example, if a person were to grab your face, slap, punch it, or whatever, you're gonna try to grab the shoulder. Again, Steven. Okay, stand in front of me. I'm gonna put my hand here. Try to touch my face. Just touch it. Just touch it.
I think I got it.
Okay, there you go. Okay. The whole thing is to stop the shoulder. Once you stop the shoulder, regardless of the angle, yeah, you might get touched for once, because I mean, come on, we're not that perfect, but it's gonna avoid damage to an actual full swing. For example, put the arm, see if you're gonna go in a hook. Yeah. For example, let's say, imagine the arm like this. Let's turn to this other side. You see that in terms of length, I'm actually longer, but the fist is already there. So if you actually stop the shoulder in this area here, doesn't matter how, it will only graze you as much as anything if you stop the shoulder. The next exercise that we're gonna do is one of you is gonna grab your opponent's shoulder, he's gonna squeeze it. The other person will try to touch you. Okay? Try it. Does it? You don't have to do it fast. Just try to touch it. Just try to reach. Just grab the shoulder. Yes.
Well, I mean, like, hey, how's he supposed to stop it? He's just moving his.
Yeah, you give it a push. Yeah, you just squeeze it out.
What are you doing?
Okay, good.
He was like doing all this, and I was like, I tried to get him, and
Now, that person doesn't.
so and it's.
You're gonna literally,
Yeah, you got there, you get.
All right, so
yeah, grab that shoulder.
I don't know.
Don't let it touch you. Press on the shoulders. You see, he has to push you to actually reach there. He cannot physically get there. Okay.
You're like.
Okay.
I have a question.
Sorry, but.
Tell me.
So what happens if like I get into it with someone who's a lot taller than me? How do I reach their shoulders?
I could
You don't have to.
I was trying to do stuff.
No?
You have to, because since
Okay.
you're smaller, all you have to do is get
Cheap shot.
inside. Or you can keep that in. But anyway, like once the smaller opponent gets inside of the range, the person has to try to grab onto you to push you out, so then he can do whatever he wants to do. That's the advantage of being small. If you get inside the range of the area, the person will have a hard time trying to get out. If you're a bigger person, it will be the opposite. You will have to want the person outside so you can maneuver easily. Now, we all have something called the center of balance. Are you familiar with it? It's around the navel and almost on top of the knees. In judo, they use a lot of that center of balance to make most of 90% of the throws. So if by any chance, you know, God forbid, you have to fight a bigger opponent of you, the best thing to do is, Stephen, instead of trying to punch in the face or actually trying to grapple, because that's like a common reaction when a person is like under pressure to grapple or to go to the face. You actually will try to push in the hip down. You see? Because once you push on the hip, the leg on front locks, so it doesn't have movement to any side. So the person's natural reaction will be to either grab or to go to the floor to try to get recovered. So that would be like a really good reaction. The correct position, not the correct, I mean the most easier position to actually do it. Grab your hands like this. You know, like as if you're about to pray. And when the opponent comes trying to grab you, go for the tie and push down, like a pushing motion. Of course, we're not gonna practice it here, we don't have mats. But always think of, if I cannot do it with my hand, what else can I do to compensate for the lack of size on my hand? You got your forearms, you got shoulders, you can even grab your kicks, you know, kick the hip as the person's coming. The person will fall down, and it hurts. Also, the last thing I want to touch is the strength part of it. People think that, that if I squeeze you the hardest, you won't be able to actually get out. That's wrong. We go again to the principle of one strength at a time. If you squeeze, whichever. Again, look at the arm structure. He's squeezing. It's a linear motion. Once we do a circular motion, the body will have to shift in order to adapt to the stimulus. Didn't we learn that in strength conditioning concepts? No, never? Okay, you'll learn that eventually. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do now. The last thing we're gonna touch on, grab on your opponent's wrist, twist, make him rotate. And once you've done that, push away. Okay? Grab, squeeze me hard, don't let me move you, okay? Look at my hand. Did you follow that?
Yeah, it works.
It works. You see it. Squeeze. Okay? Same thing. We'll have the forearm structure. You see? It's mechanics. You cannot beat physics in this game. So the last thing we'll do, and we'll finish with that. Grab your partner. You're going to do it one-on-one. You escape once, you escape. Remember, rotate completely all the way to your face, in the medial side, and push away. Your face? Rotate to the side, push. See?
What? It hurts?
Now rotate to that side. Once you do that,
Turn my body.
yes, do it. Good. Doesn't matter. There's as long as you follow through where you're going. Because if you're doing to the inside, you can actually do it to that side too. You guys got it? Okay, guys. Thank you for your time. Just salute your partner. And I hope you enjoy it. And remember, it's all about awareness. Always using your brain before your bronze. And remember, we're in the fitness industry, and we're here trying to help others be more aware of what they have to be able to help others. So thank you for your time.